It all started October 15th, 2002, when I was born to my parents, and I've had a pretty happy life.
Well, I got saved when I was very, very little. I don't even remember how young I was.
So I grew up in church, and I was going to this church where I thought I belonged, because I had friends, and I really didn't enjoy church.
I'm homeschooled, so I don't have that many friends, but I believe it's all for the better. I'm a pretty happy child. I love doing LPS videos and things like that, but unfortunately, I think it was either September or November last year, I can't even really remember, but I got into really bad depression one time, and I did want to commit suicide.
My brother, he never really liked going to church that much because he really had no friends, and he was actually kind of picked on. And one day my mom decided to go to another church and go to a Bible study, and she started going to this Bible study and had just really fell in love with the people. The people were just so nice at this other church. So my mom and my dad decided that we would try out this church, that we would go to this church, kind of try it out. And I was so upset.
But after that, after I got over my depression, as you can see, I'm right here, so I did not commit suicide. I believe I became closer to God. I believe I became a better Christian in ways that I started praying more. I started, listening to more Christian music and enjoying being a Christian more. And I believe I'm a much better Christian than I was before I got into depression.
And then I got baptized when I was 8 years old. And then I, last year, rededicated my life to the Lord at a youth event. And I've only just recently, probably within the last 2 years, really taken my faith seriously. And in doing that, I created LPS Hanna Studios.
So we went to this new church, and I, of course, was still really upset, so I really didn't talk to anyone. And I was really rude, I'm sure, but soon I started meeting amazing people and making friends and really enjoying church, listening to the lessons and really, learning a lot more and just growing up spiritually. And I definitely felt, way more at home at this new church. And finally, my family decided that we would join this church. Now my brother has 2 super close friends, and they invite him over every weekend. And he's just so much more happy than he used to be. One summer, my church had a VBS, and I actually invited one of my friends from my old church because my old church wasn't having a VBS, and we had a lot of fun. And then on the last day, the pastor prayed a prayer, for accepting God into your heart, and that prayer really just, in a way, stirred my soul. I just never felt, this feeling before. And, at my old church, they would have these prayers, and I would raise my hand, and I would pray these prayers and everything, but they would always, whenever they would say, tell an adult, and you can learn more about it, accepting God into your heart and whatever. And I would never ever have the strength to get up, and tell someone. That night, I did, and I felt this feeling, that I've never felt before, this strength to, be able to stand up And that night, I accepted God into my heart.
When I was around 3, my mom and sister and I went into my room, and my mom explained to me how to ask Christ into my heart. That was the best decision of my life. I would have to say loving, because, I mean, come on. He does do, like, some things that hurt us sometimes, but it's all for the better. He always has a better plan.
Friend or father. Because when I think about God and when I pray to Him and I'm talking to Him, it doesn't feel like I'm talking to an almighty force that I must be scared of. He feels like my friend. And I can tell He is from the way that He responds to me in my life and through my prayers. So, friend, yes.
Definitely love. I feel like in general, love is just a huge part about Christianity. I mean, I feel like that this is like the only religion out there that is just based on love, you know?
Unbeatable. All I have to say about that is read John 3:16, and that is all you need to describe God's love.
Well, the way I would describe God's love would have to be powerful and unfailing, of course, and also just undescribable, amazing, because God is love. He created love, to be perfectly honest, because, He's God, and, He sent His Son to die for us when we were sinners. I mean, it is just so hard to fathom just how much God loves us. So, unfailing, powerful, strong, resilient. Those are all words I would use to describe God's love.
Never failing and strong, but not just strong, the strongest.
A love not of this earth, so much greater than a love that any human could give, just very, just unconditional.
If you don't have God in your life, once you have God in your life, it's so much better.
My message to unbelievers is this. A lot of people don't believe in God because they don't think that He's real. But becoming a Christian in the first place is a leap of faith. In time, it's when God reveals Himself to you. It's a little hard to understand, but you won't ever know if God is real if you don't take the step to first follow Him. Another thing is that if you are a Christian because you are afraid of God, if you are not a Christian because you're afraid of God, or you feel like God has driven you away, don't feel like that. There's so much confusion in the church between all the denominations about who is God and what God is. And it can be confusing, and it can also be scary because people say some scary things about God. But I can assure you, from what I know, from just my personal relationship with Him, not from anything a denomination has told me, but from the way I've interacted with Him, He loves you.
God is there for you, even when you think you don't need Him. Really, you need Him 24/7. Never feel alone, for He is always there to help you.
Whatever the world may see you as, God doesn't judge you for things that you've done or who you are. He forgives no matter what, and He loves you.
I am Bigeyes.
I'm Hanna.
I am Amazing Faith LPS.
I am BunnySlipinVids.
And I am His.
And I am His.
And I am His.
And I am His. Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed this amazing collab with some of my great friends. The links to their channels will be in the description. On bottom and on top are random videos. I would love to hear what you thought about this video in the comments below. All my links to my social medias, other channels, and website are in the description. Thanks for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day. I'll see you guys next time. Slippin' out.